Hello everybody and welcome to my first ever doing English speculation video about something World of Warcraft, and my name is Telgrod. I'm a Kitsune / half demon. Guess the horns give it away. And we talk about a dragon that gave me a little of a headache thinking about her. Her name is Ysera. Everyone knows her, the green dragon aspect, or formerly green dragon aspect. Spoiler warning, we will talk about a lot of the Dragonflight lore, also Shadowlands lore, or knowledge, however. And what do I talk about? Ysera has come back, right? She is now back the green dragon aspect. Not quite. For everyone who did the questline, do the questline. It's a beautiful questline. I had not the time yet, but I just watched a lot of it in researching this video. So why do I think Ysera is acting suspiciously, or even not in character? There are a lot of things that we can talk about, but firmly I talk about the cinematic. We will go over the cinematic and I will talk about what I read in her like mimic and her like character movement. And before people say, yeah, but that's the character movement is not all this right and stuff, and all of this character movement in this expansion is detailed as F. Like, when you look at the cinematics that are not like big cinematics, but a low little cutscene in between, the character movement and the lip movement, and it had been such an upgrade to the before it was. And I think character movement here this time, god damn it, someone did something crime out there. Anyway, I think we should talk about how she acts around Malfurion and her own daughter. And let's look about the cinematic, and then let's talk about something people overlooked. What for Ysera will be let's say stuff that people overlooked in her questline and overlooked in the Shadowlands interviews, especially. So let's go over to the cinematic, shall we? So do this, and then we go over to the reaction build, and so here we have the cinematic. We start with the first cinematic we have. It's the
Ysera,
so wait.
your flight needs you. We need you. Whatever the price may be for your return to Azeroth, name it.
Tyrande.
Tell us.
First and foremost, look at her. Like, she's looking to Malfurion and says like, yeah, I'm not going to tell her, you tell her. She's like, we know. Before you came to her and you speak to her, she talks with one of her dragon kind and says, yeah, it's not your time yet, you see your son later. Okay, so she says, no, you don't sacrifice yourself. One of her own dragon kind wants to sacrifice himself for her, you know, to see his son again and stay there. So we know, okay, she is not letting this going to. That's fine, that's normal, you could say. But then again, look at her. She no longer is a Dragonflight expect. Look at her whole model. She's more Ardenweald than Green Dragon. But she's like looking to my film like, yeah,
It's me.
yeah.
I must be the one to stay.
What?
And that's the thing people overlooked in the whole quest line. The Winter Queen, when you talk to the Winter Queen, you must talk to the Winter Queen and say, yeah, Ysera wants to go out, Malfurion wants to go stay. She states that he is not forever there. she states to you, the player, that as soon as Ysera come back, he can go back to his people again. I swear by God, I'm not lying to you. That means Ysera will not stay alive. Ysera will not stay forever. She has just a little bit of freedom for now. And then she needs to come back. The Winter Queen is precisely saying, as long as Ysera is out there helping, he stays here. But as soon as she is finished there, she comes back in here. He can go back to his loved ones. Done. So this is not a goodbye to Mephurin. It's just a temporary. Yeah, you wait. And when she's done, you can go back. Dude, he's not dead. You know what? Do you know what I understand here? People be so outrageous that Mephurin gets sacrificed, yada yada yada. He just sitting there and we're waiting that Ysera comes back. And I think, and we talk about this in the end, I think he will be back. Mephurin will be back sooner than you think and than you liked it. However, let's go forward in our analyze, talking about Ysera's acting here.
Ysera knows this, though she would never ask it of me.
No. We will find another way.
When she gave her life for mine in Val'sharah, it was not her time. And now, the balance may be restored.
Then I will stay as well. Chandris and the others can...
Tyrande, should everything we hope come to pass, the Kaldorei will need you.
I am so tired, Malfurion. Do not ask this of me. After everything we have endured.
My love, you have always been the strength of our people.
That's true.
They will follow you ever onward, and you will never be alone.
Until I see you again, I will dream of the night we may truly rest.
Okay, so to go back to Ysera here. God damn it. We go back here.
Your flight, whatever Azeroth does.
She is precisely... She is so distant to everything what's happened here. So for everyone who would be like, but Ysera is such a good girl, she's such... I think people forget what Ian Hezecosta said about time working differently in the Shadowlands, not outside, in the Shadowlands. Time in the Shadowlands is basically like a chaotic thing. It can go bounce around, like he said. I will come later to the interview. And it could be that for Ysera, since we lived, could have been millions of years. Or that she feels like it was millions of years. And she now had how I say this. Imagine you be away from your family. And you be on an island. Soon, the first days, you be like, oh, I want back. No. And after the first weeks, you just settled in and you come to closure and said, yeah, this is my life now. I need to survive until I can go back. Now imagine these weeks go to months, these months go to years, and so on and so on. For Ysera, since we left, could have been years. Or decades of years. Then, like Ian Hezecosta has himself said, time in the Shadowlands is a chaotic thing. Not an order thing like in Azeroth, but a chaotic thing. So that means, basically, she could have been there for years or even centuries. You know what I mean? Even her hair and her dress, is starting to become more and more like the Winter Queen. You know what I mean? And when you start a quest, 1 second, please, man. Sorry. When you start a quest, she even calls the Winter Queen my queen. Please, she is begging her queen to let this whole stuff happen. She has settled in and became a full member of Ardenweald. You know what I mean? And then we go to the second thing where I just said, okay, she is acting sort of character. She just plays the happy mama, the happy mom. It's this scene. So she comes back, she sees Marifra, and like I said in the beginning, these little cutscenes, their acting is so good and point. So she comes back like, yeah, hi. He's like happy. First she's like, happy, my daughter. I'm so happy. You're alive. That's good. She's like, and look at her eyes. She's like, no, look at you little thing. I'm so happy to see you again. But then
Mother.
She says no worth, no like comforting words and stuff. She says nothing. She just gives her like a little, I'm alive, this is real. Get used to it. She's happy, of course. And now look at this eyes. Look at freaking this eyes. She's like, yeah, hug. Okay, I mean, we can do this. Fine. I guess I need to do this. Look at this frame. She is basically like, sorry, I'm not feeling the feelings here. She's like, okay, how long she hugs me now? She's like closing and like, okay. I hold her for a minute. Like she's like, and I'm not even trying to be like this mean asshole here, but this face, her mouth is close to like downwards. She is her mimic like, I'm sorry, but also I don't feel it. I don't want to be here. I'm sorry that I let you so long and stuff, but my how do I call it? My loyalties lie somewhere else now, and I'm just not long here. And that's the thing. We come sooner or later to this video. Ysera is like, sorry, we will not be long time together, my daughter, and that was what was putting me off here. I think the conclusion is, and Ysera knows that she will die again, or basically must leave all of them again. Then this is just a temporary fix point. Like as soon as she comes back to Malfurion, and I think this will be the end of Dragonflight, and we come to this later. She's like, okay, Malfurion, you can go again, and I'll be back here. So whatever. This gives me such an creepy stuff. Like, as she would know, she don't belong in this realm anymore. She tries to comfort her daughter. She even tries to embrace it, but the mimic says no. She's like, now her mouth, like her little lips go up. She's like embracing it for a couple of seconds, having a little time, and that's it. And when you follow the quest line, she even points out that she will make Marifra the next green aspect and the aspect of the dream. She points this out in the story. She said, yeah, Marifra, you will become the next green aspect. I will make you. You go to the old stone, to the dream stone, touch it, and make the whole ritual. You become the dream stone. And she's like, but now, mother, you do this. You're here now. And she's like, no, I'm not longer. I'm not longer only dream aspect. And even Mariffa points out while she talks with her mother, or tries to talk with her mother before she then flies off, that she is different, that she is touched by death. Whatever Ysera now is, she is no longer an aspect of Azeroth, or even a dragon aspect of life, or dream. I think she is now the aspect of life and dream. You know what I mean? And I think, and that's where we come now to the video, to the section I mentioned. I think in the end, we will have new aspects, and that's something people pointed out, I think, nowadays. But just to came to the other stuff that I mentioned. So I think for Ysera, she was there for decades, or even centuries, or even years, or hundreds of years after we left. Then, like we see here in the interview, Ian Hezekost says the answer is complicated. It's not like some science fiction movies where in a black hole, time just moves faster. But time is different in the Shadowlands. Time is a construct of order and structure, and things in Shadowlands are more chaotic in a lot of ways. Think about how time moves in a ... to some extent. While it's not necessarily a fixed amount of time, things can bounce around. For the souls that have been in the Shadowlands, to them, it might feel like they have been here for a very, very long time. And this is for every soul, Ysera's soul included. As they thought of their own personal journeys and evolution, but it's not necessarily 3 times faster, 10 times faster. Time is different, and what does that mean for our characters? Well, that's something we have to see as we come out the other end. That means, to be especially direct, Ysera could be there for like centuries, or decades, or hundreds of years. While for us, just have some years passed. You know what I mean? And when you see Ysera in her dragon form, it looks even like strange. She looks strange. The blue is coming out of her green skin, scales and stuff. And you be like, this not looks so like we have seen at any other dragon. And also her like dress is more like Winter Queen dress than anything else. So now I come to my conclusion in this speculation. So I think at the end of Dragonflight, all of the old Dragonflights will be one way or another no longer be the Dragonflights, the Dragon aspects. And I think either they will be dying all of a sudden, or they will be bosses and then dying through us. And I could see, and the proof is already in there. So we have Caligos, who basically succeeded Malygos. We have the Sabellian and Rathian bickering about the lead of the Black Flag of Dragonflight. One of them will become the Black Dragonflight. I say Rathian, and we know him. And Sabellian just like, that's not that obvious that Rathian becomes a Black Dragonflight or whatever. Chromie will probably become the new aspect of the Bronx. Then she is protecting time, as we have in the quest lines there, you know. Mariffa will become the next dream aspect, with this the green aspect. Only Alexstrasza has no successor yet. That's weird. There is no other red dragon we know of yet that will be basically succeed Alexstrasza. So this would be interesting, who will be her successor. But the characters in place to replace the aspects. So how do we do this? Will the aspects die? Will they just defend Azeroth and then die? Or will they be corrupted by the resolution that the Titans are not the good guys? And let's be real, they are not the good guys, they're not the bad guys either. They just be a force of their own. So stop saying the Titans are the good guys. Fuck the Titans. I mean, sorry to say this, but I be on the side of Kratos. Gods are never good. Fuck 'em. But yeah. However, I think in the end, the dragon aspects will go away and new aspects will step in their wake. And dragon aspects that are not inflicted with the Titan stuff, with the Titan order stuff, that have Titan aspects that have grown with the mortals, not above the mortals. And let's say it this way. Kalecgos, Raffian, Chromie, Mariffa, all of them like mortals. They see the mortals as something good and not to just be the big dragons that rules over them, but more like work with them, established cultures with them, grow with them. Where the old aspects be of these, we the guardian, we are here up there, we are here, wait, we are up here, where the normal aspects be, the next aspect be like more like grounded. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's one thing I could see could be happening, and it would be so cool. It would be so cool to have new aspects in there, new, basically fresh aspects in there. And for Ysera, I predict she will, at the end of Dragonflight, go back to the Unwield, and Tyranna gets back her Malfurion. But then again, how many years or time has passed for Malfurion when Ysera comes back at the end of Dragonflight? That is a thing we should keep in mind. When time is chaotic in the Shadowlands, did Malfurion just cough and he was there for like hundreds of years? 10 years? 20,000 years? We don't know. We don't know. But yeah, that's what I have to say for Ysera and the dragon aspects. I really needed to get this out of my mind. Then I love to speculate, and I don't be yet fully back to World of Warcraft just to say this. Bring in housing and I come back fully. But until then, it was a pleasure to meet you all, and I hope you liked this video. When not, it's fine. When you like this video, give it a thumbs up or add a subscription here. I think we will do this thing what we did today again. And yeah, for everyone who liked this, you're welcome. And for not, it's fine too. Until then, bye bye.